स्वागत है oh hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's live stream I hope audio and video is working, and if that is so please write yes AV so I can get a feedback loop that it is working, and then we're gonna start our live stream. So I'm waiting. स्वागत है hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science. Yes, okay. So as of now, I think audio and video is working, things are fine. So on a smaller note, I did finally make the cement that I was talking about, that high temperature cement. Although while the components that went inside it, this is magnesium oxide and Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate oxide. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, the technical name of the cement is what we call magnesium oxysulfate or something like that. So basically it is, yeah, yes. So it did work. The ratio, I think, fine and dandy. And after I so thought and so that was the live stream. Yeah. So fundamentally it did work, although I've been told with people who have expertise in cement, as in like India's a top leading expert in this. I've even done a live stream with him. So he did say that when I coated, where is this? Basically I did a coating on this. That was the main aim, to make a desoldering gun. So I did a coating. Now coating stick to it, cool, awesome, but it cracked. And when I asked him like, how can we solve this? He said like, no matter what you do, whichever, if you are dealing with a cement, it will crack. Like there is no cheat code around it. This cracked while I was doing the Hindi live stream. As you can see, like it sticks through it, but it's flakes off, so to say. And that's the nature of cement itself. So fundamentally, that's why we add binder to it, or some sort of stabilizer, as they said, either by alumina powder, or like you have to add something to it that you know, solves that issue. So I was like, whoa, that's shocking. So right now I do not know what to do with this. I did put a lot of money into this, but I'm not sure what to do now, because according to ChatGPT, this is not high temperature rated. Not because the elements that went inside it is not. Magnesium oxide is the insulator that we use in electrical systems. So it is top grade. Question is it robust enough, as in temperature? According to ChatGPT, it like at 300 degrees Celsius, it will start to basically break down the water, the binding agent. It's not strong enough. The water bond is not strong enough. So fundamentally, I have to test it again. That's my aim. I'm gonna go for a walk evening, but I'm gonna put this on top of a soldering iron. So let's see what happens in 1 hour or 2 hours and all that. So if it does not work out, the only solution left is actually buying a actual cement that is furnace rated and all that, and then experiment with that. But I'm happy that I did finally make this, even though I had the material for like weeks, so to say. So I'm happy with that. What challenges you faced, as your other YouTube has not done it yet? See, main thing is I do this English channel primarily for myself, not for the, like, again, if people watch it, people learn from it, awesome, GG, who cares? But the primary reason why I do this, so I don't forget how to speak English. You'd be shocked how quickly you can forget a skill without even realizing it. So this is more of a skill tree management. Now, my primary hassle, where it consumes the most amount of time, is making the presentation. Talking about it is not that difficult. It's barely half an hour work. And not to mention, with this camera, it's actually not that difficult, simply because now I have the luxury of, more than 30 minutes of recording. So even if I yap on for a long time, it's much easier nowadays. The only issue is making the thumbnail and like basically the what you call meta work that you have to do for the main work. Those things sort of creates hassle, so to say. I don't enjoy that, but again, I have to work because otherwise I'm poor. So that's why I have to do. Do you think a right to recall bill will pass in India? Recall, I do not know. Like, what do you mean by recall? I have no context what exactly you're talking. You said ignorance is a bliss. Can you elaborate? Again, it's a saying in almost all religious texts. It's like the more you know, the more miserable you get. Like, for example, I would have loved to be that guy who, used to believe into hydrogen, believe into solar roadway, believe into Hyperloop, believe into Starship, all of that. It makes you happy, it's like, yay, everything is awesome, orgasm. But like, once you actually start to learn and start to grow and actually absorb information, process it, then you're like, wait a minute. You are telling me that you're gonna put freaking solar panel under the road where car will be on top of it. Yeah, that's not how it's gonna work. So but again, it makes you bitter. It's like, hey, why you're trolling? Like, and again, I'm not joking about that. I think it's 15 years and they're still leeching money from the government. I'm like, seriously, that's like tragic how dumb the whole government is. But again, that's a small example. Like, the more you know, the more miserable you get. So ignorance is a bliss. And again, it's a personal thing. Once you go through it, whatever domain it could be some other domain. It could be with the matter of love. It could be matter of money. It could be matter of loyalty or whatever have you. Generally, you will have that bitch slap moment where you will learn, but you will wish that you did not, because it will make your joy of the world a bit diminishing return, so to say. So that's that. India must sign tech transfer deals for France, Rafale. No, it's not useful. And again, no country will do that. Aren't death of the dumb is survival of the fittest same? No. Death of the dumb means action happened to them. Meaning, if you had, like, let's say there's a bear and one is running, one is smart, one is dumb. So what smart one will do, run little bit slower. The moment the dumb one goes ahead, trips him, it will fall and then run away. So you see, the action happened on the dumb one. So that's why it's not the same thing. Result is survival of the fittest, but the action, like for example, let's say you have two cultures, right? One culture is like focuses on making sure that your birth rate is above 2.1, whatever the means. Another is, I do not care, freedom, yada, 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 and all that. But here's the deal, they die. Action happened, death happened to the dumb. Result was what you call survival of the fittest. So they are not the same thing. One happens first, then it leads to the second. So death of the dumb is the first action step. Result is the survival of the fittest. That's why I hate that, like, our children books are creating that sort of invert paradox. What's your recall elected representative like members of parliament? Meh. What's your perspective on lifespan? Again, I do not get the context of this question, so I'm not understanding it. Humans are like an example of innovation. Humans think and make new things. Yeah. Yes, that is true. Have you heard about IIT rookie professor who destroyed the project of extracting gold and wasting PVC due to his greed? Yes, this sort of thing is, I've been told. Again, I hope it's rumor, but I've been told this is normal. Like, this happens way too often. And again, not only limited to India, it happens way too often. And again, you have to understand this. Whenever you look into a successful startup, most of the time there will be two people involved for this exact reason. So there will be one tech guy, one business guy. For example, let's say you look into Apple. So Apple had Steve Wozniak, who was the brain guy, who was the one responsible for making it. And then you had Steve Jobs, who was the salesman, who figuring out the economics of it. So in that guy's case, where he's like figured out how to do, extraction and all that, that's cool and dandy. But he did not had a guy. And again, I'm telling you, if you know how to sell, trust me, more than enough companies have gotten millions of dollars from government, even though they had BS project. So it's always the same thing. Like, if you know how to sell, you can sell anything. And if you have something that is genuinely useful, and if you're not able to bring it to market, that means you do not have that gene that allows you to be a great salesman. So again, it is what it is. But and another aspect is, you have to understand this. It is life. Okay? Like, whatever happens, it's on you to work around it. For example, if you look into the hurdles that Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and every successful one had, it's like a freaking long list. There's movies made out of it, how much hassle they had. But again, that's the only difference between successful and failure. It's like, failure is like, okay, this is an issue, I can't solve it. Successful one is like, okay, how can I work around it? And yes, it does include people being vicious. It does include people actively trying to sabotage you. You have to work around it. It's like, yeah, ideally you would not have to do that, but such is life. And that's why I said, like, you do need a duopoly, so to say. Basically, your company must have two people. One is like the brain guy. Another has to be the salesman, whose job would be to, like, you do the science part. I'm gonna do the defensing of that part, so to say. I am really going to college. I am in Jain University, Bangalore, first year studying CSE, computer science, do you mean? And have only one subject related to CES test. Rest all are EVS, social studies, quantum physics, Indian constitution. What the heck? I think you are trolling. That I'm really going to go college and learn my. Yeah, I understand that feeling. I do understand that feeling. Like if somebody right now asked me, it's like, is it a good idea to go to college? The primary reason is the link chain that you're gonna build. It's much easier when you are in college to start create a startup because you will very good chance that you will find like-minded people. So that may be bigger. What you call. Uh, how do I say this? A bigger asset than the actual degree and all that. And again, degree could help sometimes. So that is there. Do you know founding fathers are America were mostly 40s? 40s, you are getting too late, man. I know, it's it's normal. Kolkata Metro ordered metro coaches from ICF Chennai, but all the electronics are from China. Dude, I'm like genuinely shocked how many people think India actually manufactures anything. It's like we have invert. That's why I said the video content as what you call hollow tech tree. We like from outside it looks like we have things because again you go to Pune, you'll see factories and you're like, okay, we are doing it. It's like, no, you're not. You're just assembling components. So fundamentally, I do understand that sort of what you call oscillation of reality, but it's still that it's not factually true. I meant, what do you feel about human lifespan time context? See, it is what it is. That's the whole point of it. It is what it is. If it was 200 years, we'll be bitching the same way. If it was 500 years, we'll be bitching the same way. If it was 30 years, we'll still be bitching the same way. It's life. People have different beliefs. So there are 8 billion on Earth couldn't do anything. People tend to think different. So our personal perspective, journey, experiences. Yeah, that's the see. I think Roman or like some Greek guy, like a philosopher long ago, said that like most people are not made to be kings. Like some are born to be kings, some are born to be ruled. So like that's the reality of it. Most humans are not like GG level. Again, right now we have entered in an era of too much political correctness. So it's like no, everybody is genius. It's like no, no, they are not. No, they are not. Now, of course, a society will be healthy and functional if it can utilize the last itty bitty bit of people who are like not the smartest, brightest bulb, but you have to utilize them because if their number grows beyond a certain point, it will collapse the system. And again, suffering is suffering. Suffering does not care whether you have a high IQ or low IQ. You're gonna suffer the same. So for example, if a civilization wants to be healthy, either reduce the number of people who have very low IQ or find some productive way of utilizing them. Failure to do so could result into communism. Which again, mind you, ironically, everyone who wants to bring communism, they know that it always fails. They know that it only brings death and destruction. But the only what you call pleasant part of communism is that nobody else would be happy. So everybody brings down to the same level. So fundamentally, you have to utilize almost all people. Not to 100%, but again, culture will only be stable as long as most people have something worth living for. Other people, okay. Landslide cloud was happening in Himachal Pradesh. Are people eating meat? IIT Mandi director makes a shocking claim. I should shut down IIT. I am hoping that you are trolling. I'm hoping you're trolling. Thorium reactor in India update. Is it future? No. It's a weapons technology. Treat it as such. Other than that, it's not a society is might what? Meritocracy? Mysterious, Emeritus. I'm unable to read it. Any war updates? Yeah, I have to say that Arab nations are not actually doing the bulk part. So success rate, I would say, barely only reached like 40 to 50%. So although defanging operation is going extremely successful because again, when this started, every day we're like Dubai is getting hit, Kuwait is getting hit. Now it's like barely comes up any topic, and the smaller IR basically. This is not the same as Russia versus Ukraine. In Russia versus Ukraine, Ukraine had the problem that they cannot go inside Russia and boom Russia's factories. This time, again, because America is going, they have the advantage of deleting the whole infrastructure. So the number went down drastically. Yes, they will still have some stockpile of Shahed, still have some stockpile of some random missiles, but they will not have enough of it to cause long-term issue. And again, they're not letting off, like they're just still going boom, boom, boom. So I have a very good feeling, again, I can't guarantee it, that Israel is gonna like keep booming them like for months coming. Like they just keep running, oh, missile, boom, because that's the only way. Because again, you are trying to kill a cockroach who's only always gonna build like underground bunkers and all that. So you have to break them completely. Now, thankfully, kaputting Ayatollahs has a very big psychological impact. You have to understand this. People fear, right? What if I got kaput? That's fear. Bigger fear than that, what if people I love got kaputed? So in those sort of scenario, IRGC have the big guns. I'm gonna come, I'm gonna delete you. Cool, awesome, GG. But here's the, that also gives them an aura. It's like, I am untouchable, I can delete you, you cannot do anything to me. But if randomly they start to go blow up, it's like boom, then it cracks that persona. Like, if you can make a god bleed, people will stop to believe in it. That crack has happened. And again, having the embarrassment of having second Ayatollah being, brought in as a cardboard cutout, I'm like, damn, that's just sad. That's just like, damn, like, come on, bro. Like, have some respect for yourself. That was just like lame. And again, Israel has flat out said, like, they're gonna delete the second one also. It's like, yeah, we're gonna delete it. And again, because they have done it, it created a scenario where it's like, dude, you can, bite to me, but you are not undeletable. You can be deleted. You can be shift deleted. So that aura, once it cracks, that creates a feedback loop. Feedback loop is the IRGC remaining will become more violent. They will start to delete people on small things. So it's like, oh, you laughed. Now that will push people their breaking point. People will like, okay, you are randomly going to delete me. At that point in time, yeah, I'm gonna be deleted one way or the another. Might as well try to delete you. And when that happens, the end. And again, read human history. This has happened hundreds of times. Be it king, tyrant, be it empire, be it Soviet Union, this always happens. So like you keep pushing people to a breaking point and they push past it and then they actually break. It's like there is a Hindi saying. In Hindi, it sounds like poetical, like, डर इतना मत डराइए सर कि डर से डर खत्म हो जाए. It's like, don't use so much fear that you lose fear of the fear itself. So again, how long could it take? Give or take 1 year. That was the last Iranian revolution. It took 1 year to start going bad and to actual overthrow by IRGC. So how long it will take to delete IRGC? Depends who is doing the deleting. If people really start to snap and it's like, okay, we're gonna kaput you, the end, like we're just gonna kaput you. It could take as little as 6 months. If they do not, it can drag on for long. So. Not from the structure society classes based bus couldn't be shortage of labor in every sector in India is called golden birth when caste system was rigid. See, there are two types of people. First, people who move, and B, people who bitch about the past. Past has passed. Let it be. Like, I'm going to tell you something that is very factual, and read human history, you will always find the same thing. People do not move from the problem unless there is a new bigger problem. Okay, so like you can have people fighting with each other. The moment a country gets attacked, all of that internal issue disappears. That's the same thing. You cannot fix a cultural issue unless you have a bigger issue that demands that issue to be solved. For example, America had 10,000 problems internally. The moment they got boomed in Pearl Harbor, all that issues disappeared. So same thing will happen. Oh, we had this and that. Yeah, it's past. It's meaningless. It's up to you to have big enough brain to understand that we have to force everyone on different track. Only then the past will be deleted. You will never have a scenario where it's like, it's the same thing like, people of color in America. It's like, dude, you got everything you wanted. Like legally speaking, like everything legally. And again, even the cultural stigma was also being eroded over time. But politicians were like, oh, dude, what the hell? If this actually happens, like that's the biggest lever we have. So they're like, they started to create the problem. It's like, Obama was person of color. How the heck, like you can be person of color and still have this. It's like, of course there will be good people and bad people, but again, you do not want this idea of good people and bad people. You want what you call something anger boosting. Because again, if I told you like, there are some good people, some bad people, good politician and bad politician, you will not be angry all the time. But if I say, all politicians are bad, you will always be angry. You are much easy to control. So that's why like, skin color, it's like, bro, we're done. Like, again, I love it. Like a lot of people of color leave America, go to Africa, and there's like, What the hell? I'm like, come to India, man. Like, see how quickly people insult you. Go to Japan. Go to Japan, like, and see how they treat you. You'll be like, bruh, you're so good. So, but again, they cannot leave that what you call trap of mindset, because again, people are keeping them in that trap of mindset. What has passed has passed. That's the best gift of past. It has passed. You have to create some new problem, focus on those, and over time you will, that problem disappeared. There are people who don't mind spending their life gaming and series, no kids, no marriage. Is it a good way to live? Again, say there is no point of living. You are born and you die, the end. You have to define whether it's valuable or not. I know it's scary to people where it's like, I do not want to be responsible for my life, but it's up to you. Because nothing else happens. Like, you are born and you will die. The end. And you're like, okay, but what about kids? They will die. Like, that's the reality of it. Eventually, humanity will die. So you have to internally believe in it. And if you do not internally believe in it, you do not believe in it. It's up to you. It's personal. It cannot be taught. It cannot be this is the right way or this is the wrong way. It's personal. Whether you believe in it or you don't, that's up to you. The only thing that I will say from a biological point of view, from a human psychology point of view, that is absolute, is that you should have suffering. Meaning, you're gonna suffer one way or the other. It's always advisable. And again, history has shown us that you want worthy suffering. Meaning, let's just say you are doing gaming all your life. Cool, no problem. But if it makes money for you, if it's like, you are competitive with it, like you're really pushing yourself, you will enjoy that far more than you're like, I'm just sitting and just chilling. So you do need that suffering. Like, you need a boulder to push uphill. What is that boulder? That's up to you. I don't know why India, you are very happy to see US losing in the war. See, it's everybody hates America because again, America is the best. That's the whole point of it. It's like these people who are like, if they get the chance, they will the first people to like leave West and just go. Even though in India they'll complain, oh, West influence and this. The moment, even if it's the funny thing, watch their children, if they're like, okay, I got citizenship there, yay, GG. So it's common, it's common. Now, again, let me be very clear. America is not great as in where it has no problem. It's just that compared to everything else, it's like, bruh, you good. Will a technology like AI always get funding? Nothing gets funding always, man. Like, see, why you are not thinking for more than 5 minutes on anything you are talking about? Like, haven't you seen the Bitcoin debacle that we had? Like, not even Bitcoin, like the cryptocurrency, how much, almost $1 trillion has been burnt on that. People move on from it. Before that, it was like Web3. Before that, it was like quantum. Everything was quantum. Before that, everything was like big data, big data. This is a normal thing. It happens all the time. That's, again, I have made dedicated videos on that. Like, this is a penalty of human psychology. It will happen. Like, we did it with flowers, for crying out loud, before we had computers. It's gonna happen. 50-floor building with every floor has hydroponics farming. That my idea. See, idea is free. Idea is meaningless. You have to do the execution part. Do it. Justify it. Produce enough to actually make it worthwhile. Then we're gonna have a talk. Ideas are meaningless. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can have idea. Do it. Deliver it. Then we're gonna have a talk. Do you do as you teach things simply you understand becoming better of things? I'm not understanding. People complain about casteism, but they don't understand humans don't do anything random. The caste system was a division of labor, Brahmins. Again, it's irrelevant. Whatever the source was, past has passed. Either you can keep bitching about that and keep, again, example America is like, why the heck people of color are not growing? Because they're stuck in that loop and they can't break through it. The biggest problem they have is not racism, it's destruction of family unit. You can literally Thomas Schultz or something, there was a very nice gentleman, people of color, and he like flat out told us, like, back in the days, in quote unquote ghettos, you could literally leave your door open. Kids from other house will come and your kids, and they will watch TV because that was rare. Now, if you leave your house open, your whole house will be stolen. So again, that's a much bigger issue. You are destroying the family unit. Without it, there is no structure, there is no civilization. But they're like, racism is like, again, I would, if I were in position of power, I'll do the same thing. It's like it makes you easy to exploit. Of course, I'll do it. But you have to understand, like, advocation of responsibility is a very, what you call, desirable orgasm, and you never ever want to do that. It's like, okay, whatever happened, the end, delete, move forward, because time will not stop. Book recommendation. Yeah. Oh, book. Uh, that reminded me. I will try to find a book that is on op amps, because I do want to learn how those sort of transistor and op amps on a basic level. Like, I think there are one or two books that is like ABC of all those things, basically breadboard level, something that I can do, just have op amps and do trigger and all. Because I think most of the hardware, that's how it works. So I do want to dive deep into it, because again, I've gone through that my self-healing phase, and it's what you call repair part. I think I've done, like, it's cool, all cool and all, but I have gone through like who knows, 8 to 12 books. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but like I'm not moving forward. Like I have to actively make a decision to move forward. So now I'm making a decision. That's why I'm reading the ABC of motors and generators. It's a different mindset, and it's allowing me to feel progression, like truly learn something new, truly be like expand my horizon. So because again, it's the same thing that I'm talking, like I can keep reading, like, something bad happened to me, I got this court case, I got this and that. It's like, yeah, the end. Again, ideally I should have been like, it does not bother me, but again, yeah, I'm not that good level, not that GG and sorted. But again, at some point I have to make an active decision where it's like, yeah, this has happened, past tense. Your boy has fought 4 total cases and cleared all of them. Cleared as in, like, one I had to do the payment, but that was expected, but it's done. Like, so far, again, if some fifth happens, but so far I've done, like, and I cannot control it. So I cannot keep wasting time and energy into it. So I have to expand Anupam Vipul itself, whereas, like, yeah, shit happened, get over it, move forward. Like, make your psychology better, make my mind better, where I'm understanding more things. So last week I was very happy, because after a very long time I had like genuine spark moment where it's like, whoa, I finally figured out how GPS works. So that was like, whoa. I was very happy. And again, that's the whole point. That's why I started this YouTube thing. It used to happen quite often, because again, I was young, I was learning new things. So it was happening a lot. But now I'm like, huh. And again, thankfully, when I'm reading this, it was not like whoa event, but it was like, oh, when you are making brushes, the teeth of the brush should generally have only 15 volts of delta. I was like, that's new. I was like, that's new. So more and more things I'm learning and all that. It's that's what I want. Like, remove everything else, remove the money part, remove the physical needs part. But what do I desire? Like, what is the iteration of Anupam Vipul that will make my younger version happy? Is basically the nerd part, like, who's learning, growing. So I want that. What happened last week, where it's like, whoa, I finally learned something new. Again, I'll test that this thing. If it works out, I'll be very happy. But I hope, what you call, ChatGPT mixed someone else, because again, I keep other PDFs also, but they say like magnesium oxysulfate cement is high temperature rated. So I'm not getting it. Can China face USA? No. It's the same thing will happen like what happened with Russia and Ukraine. Again, America has two faces. One blithering idiot, another demon. So 99% of the time they are blithering idiot, and once they get bitch slapped, run. AI can't match human intelligence, not in our lifetime. You keep believing that. It has already crossed it. It has happened, past tense. There are so many Nobel Prize, like 3 to 4 I remember from my memories. That has happened. You're just like, oh, it has to overflow the best of humanity in everything. Yeah, that's going to take a while. But again, that's all I can say at this point in time. It's going to take a while. It's not that it can't be done. In younger college, 50% of them came to study engineering, as they did not get a chance of NEET, and more of them, 70% students did not want to do. Nearly 70% want to government jobs in any field. Yeah, see, government job is it's the biggest what you call poison of mind of poor people. It's like it keeps people poor. Like, here's the deal. If you go to South India, compared to UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, you'll find a almost drastic. Again, let me be very clear. It's not that South Indian peoples are not that attracted to government job, but it's almost different. It's completely different. Like how do you see people behaving versus how do you see people behaving here? Completely different. And then you will understand why South India is far richer than Central India. It's like you cannot have a logical reality where it's like, okay, I'm gonna spend 6, 7 years of most productive part of my life just trying to get into government job. That's just illogical. But is there any way possible to make a human memory better? I don't know, man. Did you watch Hail Mary? I don't think it has come out to Blu-ray yet. It has. I have to wait for that. Same for Avatar. I'm waiting for those things. It has to happen. As to like tech tree, lot of people said something that is, I hope they are lying or exaggerating, is that one guy literally said that in his, I'm talking about like oscilloscope and all that, he's saying like his institutes are not allowing this also. Like, and they have this poverty mindset where it's like, oh, you're going to touch it and you're going to break it. Everybody is giving the same, it's like, you're going to touch it and you're going to break it. It's like, that's why we are paying you. We are paying you boatload of money for this exact reason. And that's why I like focused on the tech tree part to making tools. Because here's the power supply is an expensive thing, right? Like it's few hundred rupees to few thousand rupees. But if everybody is making the power supply, you know the schematics, you know how it goes together. You can repair if something bad happens. Like that's a big deal. And again, if students are working on it, year over year, your tech tree will grow exponentially, and that allows more experiment to happen, more real hands-on growth to happen, so to say. ABC of electric motor is not, again, I don't think that book is available, bro. That's an ancient book. Like this book is made at the time before moon landing, 1964. It's an ancient book. It was in a library that I took it, but like it's an ancient book. Again, it's so old. Silicon rectifier was not a new thing. The book literally says that selenium rectifier. I'm like, what the heck? Gas rectifier. I'm like, what the? How old is this book? It's completely different. That's why I'm saying like. But again, it allows you to see how things evolve. And again, even though this is before silicon bridge rectifiers, like again, there were early stages of silicon bridge, but they were not robust and trustworthy as selenium ones and other things one. So they still had like, servo motor control. And that just hit me that India jumped that tech tree. And now we are like, well, we're directly going to make microcontroller. Of course, we will not be able to make it because we never went through that. How the heck you're going to do pulse count with resistor and capacitor and inductor and op amps? So it's a very, eye-opening experience. Again, I'm trying to find a better book. Again, that book I would say it's very good, but like better book as in like for op amps and all that, because I really want to grow where my YouTube is one thing. See, right now I do not know what's gonna happen to Ahiravat, because again, we are having way too much difficulty to getting that goddamn engine started and running. Either this breaks or that breaks or this turns out tolerance is wrong and all that. So fundamentally, it's a heavy thing to solve. And again, that was the only way I can I can see myself becoming, well off, so to say. I'm not talking like filthy rich, just well off. But assuming that does not go, like what else? Because this YouTube, while it did work, it did got me here, I have a feeling it will not be able to take me much further unless I change something drastically. And I'm stuck in a chicken and egg scenario where it's like, when I started the channel, I made like, I'm going to make a video a day in order to make sure that I can get some traction. And it did work. It did work. Although it stopped working like 5 years ago when my life exploded. So I can't complain. But again, if I had job, even if I had making 10 times the money, I would be dead. Because a lot of people die when they get this sort of court case. Average is 100,000 men per year. So I'm very lucky that, again, any other job than this, I would have been kaputted in this 5 years. So, you win some, you lose some. But again, I do want to expand myself. I have learned a lot, and now my brain is demanding, brah, do something with it. It's like cool and all. Like you're 30 years old, you're not getting any younger, you already have slip disc, already got surgery, and it's like I'm not getting any younger. That part has settled to me. It's like, whoa, I am old now. So I have to do something before I die. So like stage 2 of my life has to happen. I do not know what it will be, and I have a feeling this year will be illuminating in that regard. But that's why, like, books also I have changed. Like, okay, I got that, like self-help and all that. And again, they were really helpful and better than, like, just scrolling endlessly on TikTok or Instagram. But have to go to second part. Like, I have to do something. Uh, as you do as you teach things simply, your understanding become better of things? No, it does not become better. It becomes more memorable. Basically, I will not forget about it. If I'm trying to teach about things, I will not forget. As an ex game artist, why do you think India lacked AAA titles? Not lacked, like, we are the one making it, bro. My name is in AAA titles. It's not, remove everything else, my name is there. Again, it's like, 200 list, and there's like, there Spider-Man has it, Forza has it, Halo has it. I'm not sure Halo 1 I got that or not, but you get the point. It's not that we do not have, we are the talent that is making it. It's just that game pipeline, the whole thing, even though the studio we were working was outsourced, they did not have the courage or foresight where it's like, okay, what if we create a small niche, basically have the main bulk priority and have this small what you call studio house that is slowly making mobile games. That time a mobile game was a very small thing. We could have easily jumped into that. We never do that. So again, there are Laksha also, there are a lot of studios that have the talent, which is the talent, but that's outsourcing to studio, that's a big jump because your money is at risk. And again, India does not risk anything. So there's like, it's a money problem basically. Make computer hardware unaffordable? Unfortunately, yes. Can China face user? Okay, I don't know, just starting to justify cause people still cry. Again, I know, but you have to let it go. AI, okay. Electric motors are not available. Okay, why India did battery electronics? Again, we never, I have to say that some of our elders were aware of it. Cement, medicine, concrete, steel, coal, those sort of things, we really had wisdom that these things should not be bought. But electronics, you have to understand, our elders were like from a miserable period. So they have a difference, like, strong, be strong, you don't need electronics and all that. So they have that sort of mindset. And that mindset carried forward. And again, once you delayed it the early years, now the gap is much larger. It's the same thing that if India builds, everybody says that it will take, let's just say, roughly, it takes 30 years to make a 5th gen fighter. It will take 40 years to make a 6th gen fighter, and 7th even more than that. So either you start today, like the same paradox of, like, the best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago, the next best is now. We are not making that judgment willingly, knowingly. And again, that's why I made the whole tech tree video. It's like, it is solvable problem. You just have to solve so many problems, and thankfully it can be solved. You have the intelligence part sorted. The people have built the tools. That part is done. We're good. We got this. Things are there. You just have to use it. Like, and again, we did amazing thing with MVVS. So other things can be done, and it has no political, what you call, missile. So it does not affect your reservation. It does not affect any of those things. So why not do it? Okay. India, okay. Dune 2, not Dune 2, Dune 3. The law, like, make a right to bear arms. Yeah. Learning from, what are you learning? It's not learning as in like, oh, I learned this. It's more of like the gumption, the grind, where it's like, I will tell you, even if you're like, hey, I want to my open YouTube channel and all, something like that, please do a job. Because again, once you really know what you are running against, and not to mention how to have that endurance, because again, you have to do this whether you are in the mood or not mood. So those things, job is very good at teaching you that. And again, you have to understand, YouTube and all that, mine is like a very odd case where it did not grow up, did not expand. It's like survived, like, barely surviving. And in terms of contacts, woo, your boy, I'm getting contacts. Like this Friday, I had a talk with a guy in India who is making a rocket company. And again, it like has enough brain power and actually had prototype rocket engines firing. And we had like 2-hour conversation, like 2 hour, not 1 minute, 2-hour conversation. And it was GG. Like, so my YouTube channel, where from a financial point of view is not great, but everything else is mind-bogglingly awesome. Like mind-bogglingly, it's like, whoa, whoa. So you win some, you lose some, but a job does give you the safety that every month you will get some money. YouTube does not. But again, YouTube does not have a ceiling. How much can you make? That depends on your channel. Like my channel does not print that much more, but there are so many Indian YouTube channels that are like, can you show the book? Nah. It's on the upper floor. It's not here. USA and Israel achieve in a possible future Iran according to you. Till now, what you say? See, what they have done is what we call decapacitation. Decapitation. Decapitation strike. That is done. Now they are doing defang operation, basically removing the muscle part. Like, oh, you can launch missile to everything. Cool. What if you don't have a missile? That part is going on. And again, cracking the illusion of IRGC that is like untouchable. So those things happened. Other things that did not happen. They wanted like other nations to chip in, because again, if America has to afford everything by themselves, can they afford it? Yes. Do they want to afford it? No. Why? They want to have some stockpile for China. That's why. And again, people did not sign up for this. So president can do everything as long as not declaring war and putting boots on the ground. So that creates a chicken and egg scenario. It's like, what do you do? How do you do it? So what is the future of Russia, Ukraine? Was how long it could go further? 4 more years, I would take minimum. For foreigners, even India do the job in Air AAA. As always, think we are cheap labor. That's why we got jobs, not our talents. Half true. We do have talent that is there, and we are cheaper. So both are there. And again, trust me, to get a AAA title, you have to be good at it. Even my company used to fire people, man. Like it's not a, oh, you're just here and it's all there. For foreigners, even India is just like, what reforms should India in next few years? Again, I told you, like, we have to fix the texture. Basically, engineering should become engineering, and then all other things will automatically solve. Once you fix the root problem, the fear problem, like every time, oh, this is going to be expensive. It's like somebody was saying, oh, I'm talking about electron, but it needs turbomolecular pump. It's expensive and we have to buy. It's like, no, we don't. Turbomolecular pump is a recent thing. That's why I keep saying to the people, it's electron microscope was made before microcontroller and microelectronics were a thing. And there was no turbomolecular pump. We knew how to make vacuum, and I mean hard vacuum. I mean like millitorr level vacuum without ever having any pump. So trust me, we got this. We good. We good. What is the price of SSD RAM never goes down? I don't think it will go down. That's what I'm worried about. I've said that in my Computer Wednesday video. Is like once people start to buy at that price, companies are like, huh, you're gonna buy it. Why should I reduce the price? And we've been through this. HDD hard disk price never went down. I remember, like, I am old enough where I remember hard drives used to be cheap. How can someone from campus science contribute to the holotech tree? And I don't know, computer science. Yeah, you can. Like, see, here's the tools have to happen. Like, what is the biggest issue I have with multimeters? Let's just say, like, this is a multimeter. What's the biggest headache? I cannot log data from it. Now, there are some Unity, I think. Unity meters are there, and some Fluke also are there, but they are very expensive. Now, again, you're not going to make the hardware part, but what if you make the software part? I do have a tutorial on that. It's like, what if data logger, again, you can take care of the software part of the data logger. You can take care of the CSV to graph part. I have CSV of what you call oscilloscope, but I can't see it. In oscilloscope, I can easily zoom in and zoom out. But if I give you the CSV data, which is the actual data, I can make the graph, but I can't zoom in and zoom out of the graph, which makes it very hard to read. And what if you solve that part? CSV to graph, and in that graph, you can dynamically zoom in and zoom out. Like not, you can make the graph in Google Sheet and it works, cool, awesome, but it gives you a graph, that's it. You can't zoom in. And especially, let's just say you have 2-3 intersection, like let's say 2-3 lines, and you want to zoom in where it's intersecting, put a mouse over, solve that problem. There are more than enough problems that you can solve, and it will have what you call significant advantage. Politicians own cement and steel plants. You missed that point. No. After people have shown that it is valuable, then politicians own it. Politician is Mark II owner, not Mark I. how can I just like a year back when you used to have full hair, you make video about PCB. I saw yesterday I can make a part two. You can manufacture its own PCB. We do have PCB manufacturing. That part is there. That part is there. We good. We got this. Land PCB is a thing, and there are many other also. So that part is sorted. What is the future chip design and fab in India? And again, because we are directly trying to make those, that's why it's gonna fail. Like we have to master capacitor, resistor, metrology, those sort of things. Then you can build the what you call, like we have this issue. Like we are making from not making from root to leaves. We are leaves to root. Yeah. What is the name of rocket company? I'll not tell right now because I forgot. Top level. Japanese or Latino, eh? Yesterday I heard the Sandeep Maheshwari video that silver is the new gold. Bro, why does that matter? Please do make more videos on HVAC systems. Fair enough. I might have to buy a new AC, so I have to look into it. Although I'm thinking about buying Blue Star, but again I'm shocked how hard it is to buy like heat and cool AC. This one, for some reason, Blue Star does not have this one anymore. And what they have now, it's actually inferior to this. And I do not mean that star rating. I mean that ISEER rating. So this has, hold on. 4.3, I think. This has ISER, actual energy efficiency rating of 4.1. The new ones are like 4.2. I'm like, and this is old. I'm pretty sure this is old. Like this is not 1 year or 2 year. This is like, few years old. So how the heck few years later you have a shittier ACs? Like how the heck Japanese or Latino, European. Please do make a way on S60. This is that near future prices will go down due to increased uses in battery electronics. He suggested that. Oh, that way. Also refrigeration. Dude, I think I have enough of them. Like, I don't think I have what you call sparse coverage. I think I have covered more than enough of it. It's not a little thing. That's the main thing. I want to basically solve multiple problem with one statement. If you create this statement, now again, people will bitch because people bitch, but there is a lot of good that can come out of this enforcement, so to say, where colleges have to force their students to make something because, hold on. Again, am I dropping frames again? That would be frustrating. I genuinely hope not. I genuinely hope not. Stream is healthy. I hope not. It just might have had one glitch or something. Yeah. Yeah. So like, let's just say right now, a lot of people have this issue where it's like, oh, the tools are expensive. It's like, why they are expensive? Because you are not building them, you are buying them. So let's just say you are building things that has multiple advantages. Not only you learn how to build it, you also know how to repair it and then how to improve it. So again, because again we have to have some time constraint. Let's just say the first what you call power supply, lab bench power supply, that's all you're making, lab bench power supply, in let's say 1 month. Okay, in 1 month you have to make from start to finish. We say AC to DC to voltage control to current control in what you call as quickly as possible in 1 month. Again, after that, I think this side window is showing me frame drops, so that's why I'm worried. Come on, YouTube, man. Come on. God damn it. Damn. Damn. I genuinely do not know why YouTube is having this much issue. And again, it's on default setting. Nothing has changed, nothing has tempered. And again, it was working fine for freaking 40 minutes. Now it's throwing poo-poo. IPL crash Geo fiber bandwidth. Oh, that could be a valid thing. I'm not joking. That could be really a valid thing. And there could be enough demand and enough stress on the system that could cause an issue. Damn. Get job for endurance. Yes. I saw myself as YouTubers started doing cool science experiment. Their video nowadays, I saw them making videos, making world biggest pizza eaters. Yeah, there is a big side effect of basically what you call beastification. Mr. Beast, they made everything into a game. Everything is like, the next big thing. So I'm like, I'm old enough on YouTube where it's like, and again, I have to say, thankfully, more than enough intelligence people are still there. So, so get a job for endurance. I took science group for aerospace engineering. First reaction of my family, job karega tu, welcome to my Wadi family. But we make a data logger or multimeter still by Chinese. See, you're not getting the point. Once you create the hunger for like why do we make tools? B, why to like see here's the right now there is a disconnect between parts and assembly. Right now we are building assemblies from another assembly, like you are buying things because we are not touching that level. Like not every single student is touching it. It's almost like a Naukri, it's almost a job. What the hell? Stream end. I think that's the only option left. It's dropping too much. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk. It's 51 minutes anyway. I'm gonna try to reset it. Either it works or the stream ends. If it ends, bye. If it resets, cool, awesome. So let's see what's what.